Something I built a few years ago that I use all the time is this wooden ladder that's up on the ceiling. And while I'm at it, let me show you how I store it. I knew I wanted to store the ladder up and on the ceiling, out of the way. But I didn't want simple hooks because this is a 10-foot ladder and I don't have 10 feet of space that I could hook it up there. It had to go up above where the garage door opens, which meant it had to be less than, I think, 8 inches from the ceiling. So I couldn't have the ladder hanging down vertically, you know. I couldn't just have it hanging like this because it would hit the garage door when it opened. So it had to be up flat. And I was thinking I could put it on hooks and then swinging it up out of the way. But I came up with this idea to just have it on a type of roller. It's just 2 PVC pipes that are the width of the ladder and 4 C-shaped hooks. The PVC pipe just sits in there loosely and acts like a roller. So when I push the ladder in, it rolls on the PVC pipe from the back one all the way to the front. It's just held in with 2 screws at the top into joists, which that determined the actual width of the anchors. And when I want to remove it or put the ladder up there, I just set it on the first rung and slide it all the way forward. And now for the ladder. This whole thing cost me about $6. All it is 2 2x3s, 10 feet long. And that's the bulk of the cost. And the 2x3s are plenty of strength. That's not the weak point of the ladder. And for the steps themselves, it's actually 2 different pieces. There's a 2x2 in the back and a 2x1 in the front. Now I probably could have made this out of 1 piece of wood and just notched it out, but I like the idea of using these 2 different pieces because I could attach them and build them separately. So the first thing I did was decide how wide I wanted the ladder to be and how many steps I needed. These are spaced 16 inches on center from each step. And then it's 19 inches on the bottom and 19 inches on the top. The real strength in this is not the fact that I just nailed it together or screwed it together, it's that I use wood glue too. The wood glue provides the real strength in attaching it. So the first thing I did was nail the 1x2 on the front. I used wood glue and just used my air nailer and put 4 nails in on the front. Then I glued the 2x2 on the back and screwed it on either end. So it's actually glued to the board on the back side and on the front. And that provides a nice factor of safety for me when I'm climbing up on the roof. And if you were going to go to Home Depot or Lowe's and you wanted to buy a 10-foot aluminum or fiberglass ladder, it would be a couple $100. So for $6, it's totally worth it. I notched it at the bottom on like a 22-degree angle, just so that when I'm climbing up on something, it's not sitting on just that corner, it's sitting on that whole bottom. I was thinking about putting a rubber pad or metal teeth or something on the bottom, but so far it's worked fine. And primarily that's what I use this for, is for climbing on the roof of my house, where a small 8-foot ladder you'd be standing on that top step. This I can put it all the way up on the gutter, climb right up. It's really solid, really safe, really secure. I don't feel like it's going to break, and it's nice and wide. I can get both feet on nice and wide. Another option you might be thinking is, hey, I'm just going to take a 2x4 for the posts and a 2x4 for the steps, and I'll just screw them or nail them on. This, making it 2x3s and making it 2x2s and 1x2s, it's definitely strong enough and it cuts down on the weight. When you're carrying this around, it's not really that heavy. I can pick it up, throw it on my shoulder with one hand. It's, I don't know, 20 pounds maybe. So it's not that heavy, whereas if this were all made of 2x4s, it would be double that weight. So I definitely recommend making your own wood ladder. It's a lot cheaper than the one you're going to buy at the store. I keep it inside, I don't let it sit out in the rain or anything, and I use it all the time for getting up on the roof, and it's really great. Thanks. Well, I hope you liked the video you just watched. If you did, feel free to subscribe by clicking the button on this side. You can also check out all the videos I've done, the playlist from things I've built, things I've fixed, home repair, 3D printing, and on this side you can check out a recommended video similar to the one you just watched. And as always, down in the description I'll put a link to my blog, which has more pictures and more information about the video you just watched. Thanks.